Good morning and welcome to the Meet Mark podcast. And today the episode is going to be on business plans, but I'm going to take it a little step further for the novice, or maybe not the novice, maybe somebody who's been around the game a little bit. But anyway, in the past I spoke about ideas and getting them to the point where they may be prepared for a business plan. Well, as we move further into this, some of the realities have to be confronted. And one of the realities is months are going to go by and money is going to be spent. And so what you need to do at this point is sit down in whatever way you want to, piece of paper, Excel spreadsheet, and right across the top, we want to put January, February, March, April, May, right to the end of the year. And within those, we're going to try and forecast some sales of our product and costs. And the unhappy circumstance normally is that we don't bring in money as fast as we're spending money at the outset. So let's say we're in month number one. We say, okay, it's January. Let's be real. You're not going to sell anything in January. I would argue that you're not going to sell anything till at least 90 days, if not 6 months. It's always longer than you think. So in that first month, we go, I'm going to go out and get a website. I'm going to have to set up whatever my different things are. I may need an assistant, may need a part-time person to help me. Well, that's money. We can't, that's just reality. And I don't know, but some people out there have to find money to live while they're doing this. A starving artist is a great idea, but a scared to death artist is not good. So what we want to do is say, okay, I'm going to give, that first month I'm going to spend $3,000. Well, I didn't bring anything in, so I'm minus $3,000. The next month, I go, oh, wow, I just found somebody who can help me with my website and improve it and get me onto YouTube and all these different things. Boom, now we're, let's say, at $4,000. And we proceed on that way. We have to take some guess at what we call our overhead. What is that? Well, it's a number. These things don't come free. So maybe you get out to your 6th month and you're $25,000, $30,000 in the hole. Up top, there's nothing. But we need at this point to say, okay, when am I going to start to sell stuff? Let's say we get out to the 7th month and we say, all right, I can now sell $100 worth of my product. Okay, $100, good for you. But now the direct cost of that, on the presumption that you're buying a widget, is you need to buy the widget. So you're bringing in $100. The first people you got to pay is the people who made the product. Let's say that's $50. So 100 minus 50, we got $50, and we can now start to pay ourselves from that. We call that first amount of money we make as our gross margin. It's the first margin we get, and we have the gross margin equals $50. Well, now under that, we have to start to calculate what are our more traditional overhead costs. I want to give myself $2,000. I want to give somebody else this, that. Before I know it, if I add up everything prior, really, I haven't made any money. And it may be the case that your sales just barely cover the cost of what you're putting into it month to month. So in the end, you're not making any money. I had an old boss that I worked for, and he used to tell me sometimes, Mark, the money is going the wrong direction. And I was trying to get a discount on a product. And he just kept saying, we can do it. But once again, I hired you to make the money come to us, not go the other direction. And this is what you're in when you're starting a small little forecast or a business plan. When is that money going to start to come in as opposed to going out? Because we don't want it to go out. We want it to come to us and hopefully cover our costs and make a few bucks. So as you run out across the year, you're continuing to calculate your prices, and now you got to ballpark your forecast. That's frightening. As you start to look at it practically, you go, wow, I'm not making any money till the 12th month. I can't carry the business until the 12th month. Well, now you've carried the business. You can sell $100, you get $50. Let's say the cost is $40. Now you got $10 in your pocket. But still, you have all this dragging debt that came with you. So you're still, you take that $5,000 and say, okay, I'm going to pay that against my, say, $50,000 I put into the business. Well, okay, you're still in the hole. You didn't get anywhere. And the reason you do that is it can be frightening, but it is reality. Whether you like it or not, if you're not making money, the business is not going to sustain itself. And you can flip that around if you want to and say, the cost of carrying this is $5,000 a month. Well, how much do I need? Go backwards, go up. Say, well, I spent $5,000 this month. If the product cost me $4,000, well, now I've $9,000 between the two. Well, if you need, now the question is, you got $9, that drops you to $1. Okay, that's what you get. I think I got my math right there, 50-40. Well, if I didn't, then that's yet another mistake. Anyway, we need to go through that year. And I'll talk about this some more in the future, and that is getting money. Getting money is not easy to get. And don't fool yourself. You don't just walk to a bank and say, look at my really cool idea, give me some money. So the next time I talk, we're going to talk about that next phase. Where do we get our money? And most of us, if it's in your pocket, great, but it's still being spent. That doesn't mean it's hidden money. That money could be used anywhere else. Who knows? Put an addition on your house, buy a new car, whatever it may be. So with that, I want to conclude. I call that business plan 2, and we're going to do sales, forecasting, and a rough cut at the costs and how much money do I need. So I want to say thank you for talking here, or I'm the one talking. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I appreciate your time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.